which your physique could get too big where it was actually almost detrimental? Because like Sean Roden, to win the Olympia, he didn't have to turn up 30 pounds heavier than the year before. He just had to come in super shredded and diced. And this is it. And they went, okay, that's incredible. Because that's completely different from a big Ramy's physique. But all he had to do was just bring that level of refinement.
And this is it, is you have to know, okay, you do need the muscle. Yeah. You do need the muscle to recognize. You do need a muscle show. You do need a muscle. But then at the same time, you have to know when it's time where you be like, okay, I have the muscle. All I need is refinement, not more size. Okay? Because the thing is, bodybuilding, we all fall guilty to this, is every time you go and say, oh, he just needs 10 pounds more. Oh, he just needs another 10 pounds. Oh, another 20 pounds. But they don't understand that reflects on a bodybuilder that might look aesthetic. But when you keep telling him, oh, he needs another 10 pounds, he needs another 10 pounds, he needs another 10 pounds, and then he starts chasing that in regards to, okay, that's what I need. You then lose the one thing you already had before, because the more size you put on, eventually all that has to go somewhere. Something has to give. Yeah. So you have to understand that you can't keep chasing that size. You have to then say, okay, right, maybe he doesn't really need 10 pounds. Maybe all he needs is he needs to bring back up, he needs to bring his shoulder up, he needs to bring this part up, not actually the overall size. He just needs to bring things, give an illusion of him being 10 pounds heavier. And this is where there's a big difference between somebody looks bigger, but are they really bigger?
Here's a question. Okay, one of your heroes, Flex Wheeler. What was your favorite ever version of Flex Wheeler? In what show? And I know you'll be able to see the show as well.
No, 1993.
1993. 218 he weighed.
Yeah. Oh, you see. And look at...
And he by the end of his career, he was competing at around... He said to me at the British Grand Prix 99, he said he was something like mid-250s. Wow, so that's nearly 40 pounds.
In that time.
And was he better?
Not as tight. It wasn't as refined as it was back then. There you go. He wasn't as refined.
Was it a better physique? He was bigger.
He was bigger, but I wouldn't have said go as far as say. I mean, it's not the one we remember the most, is it? Nope. And this is the thing. And bigger is not always better. People need to understand bigger is not always better. And yes, I know you do need muscles to hold on to that, have that aspect when you walk out. But at the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean you need to be bigger. And this is where you have to have the right people around you to say, okay, he just needs more refinement, and stop using the word, oh, he needs to be bigger.
So slightly improved back and delts in your best ever condition ever. I think that's as good as or as big as your physique would need to be to literally win the Arnold Classic or the Olympia.
And this is it. And so with that note, doesn't it then sort of put my perspective, gives me a better perspective when you give me a feedback like that. So now I go away. I don't go away going, oh, I need to be 10 pounds bigger. I need to be bigger. So guess what? I'm going to try to push on more size. Instead, I'm going, okay, I need to train my back harder. I need to train my delts harder. Yeah. This is all that falls in my mind when you get that feedback. So as much as people don't understand, the feedback you give bodybuilders does implement the physique you see on stage. If a judge comes to you and says, oh, you need more size, the person is going to go away with the idea of, oh, he needs more size. If judges, they'll come to you and say, oh, you need better legs, you need better this, you need to increase this, you need to increase that body part. The person goes away with the idea of, I need to increase this body part. They're going to put on size anyway. But the idea, they don't push for the idea of just putting on size. Now they push for the idea of, I need to do this to increase these parts. So the way we give feedback has to be more refined. It has to be, okay, don't just bang on about, oh, he needs more size, and just give him more.
It annoys me that, actually.
Because when you say that, honestly, because we're bodybuilders, we want to be the best. We want to be better version of ourselves. So when someone tells us, oh, you need to work on it, and we hear that repetitively, that's what we go home with. That's the idea. And then, guys get bigger, and then you say, oh, he can't hold his midsection. He lost all his life. What happened?